did you guys see the list of the most popular kinks rated by state according to FetLife.com?
I was personally very, very disappointed and
we
annoyed.
can get to that. I want to get to each of our home states and some of the better results here. This is like disproportionately the highest searches for specific kinks and fetishes by state from the website FetLife. Beginning with my home state of New York, number one fetish, human ashtray, which I think is it's very fitting for New York, because the city's dirty.
Well, like, how do they know that it's like a kink search? Because I searched for that a number of times while I was living in New York myself, but not for sexual reasons.
You were just searching for a service.
Wanted one.
Yeah, you just wanted one. Yeah,
just somebody to come out and extend his hands for me to just put my cigarette out in it.
Yeah, I wanted like a drifter who I could humiliate.
not sexual style.
No, I'm not a bad person.
No, yeah.
Yeah, no, most of the people, when I lived in the Upper West Side, most of the people in my building had one of those. And I thought,
just a guy who followed them around.
Yeah.
Right behind them.
Yeah. A lot of guys would empty their pipes into his mouth.
Mm.
I've had so many problems with traditional ashtrays, containing all of the ashes and whatnot. And I think a human ashtray is the way to go. They won't spill a drop if you ash in their mouth, in their hands, or just put a cigarette out on them. But yeah, I remember as a kid growing up, like in arts and crafts class, my parents didn't smoke, but I brought them home a human ashtray, and they'd be like, "What the fuck am I going to do with this?" Okay, moving on to Felix, Illinois, your home state. The number one fetish in Illinois is business suits. Business suits.
Yeah. Okay. So, like, what is their methodology here? Are they getting like top results they search for, like on Pornhub or FetLife?
No, this is based on how disproportionately users from that state like that kink when compared to other states.
Oh, okay. So, like, I heard a similar thing about Iran, that their top porn search term was like hotel businessman.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, which is like, suggests that like, for 20 years there was one porno circulating in all of Iran, and it just depicted like a guy in a hotel like having sex. Could be a similar thing, or maybe we're just, as I've always thought, a state of go-getters.
Yeah.
I don't see you at the club. Well, I don't see you at the bank fucking someone in a business suit.
I always think about like those fetishes, like, how it would be kind of good to be a foot fetishist, because just like, if you live in a warm climate, or even if you just watch a lot of TV, there are a lot of feet out there.
It's true.
There's a lot of material.
Yeah.
But like, if you're a business suit guy, oh my God, all you have to do is just get an office job. Well, not now. I mean, you better be like a vest fetishist. But like,
that's just it. Nobody's wearing them anymore.
Yeah,
like
COVID has destroyed the business suit fetish community.
At least in the old days, you could go to the airport and see people who dressed up to fly somewhere. Now everybody just dresses like a pig, including myself. So you're never even going to see a cool suit at the airport. Even just some guy in a fucking NFL jersey of some kind covered in mustard.
Yeah, it used to be everyone put on a suit to fly. Now, the only people who like put on a suit to fly, it's someone who like just killed both their parents.
Yeah, and the pilot, and that a lot of times they don't even have a coat on that thing. It's just a short sleeve shirt. Get the fuck out of here.
Okay, yeah, but like if you were a business suit guy in like 2000.
Oh yeah,
then it's like amazing, probably.
Like here in New York, there's all kinds of like mournful warnings about like all this commercial real estate going unused because of all this office spaces that's unleased. I think the city of Chicago should get on it and like have some sort of like Sarah McLachlan in a plaintive tone talking about like for just 3 cents a day you can fill these corridors with hot men and women in business suits for you to jack off to.
Yeah, like there's a dearth of it. Everyone in Chicago is wearing like a Chicago Bears burlap sack that just says 0-0 football on the back. I wonder if you're a business suit fetishist, if like the more intricate the suit, like the hotter it is. Like,
Right.
if you
Like, what's the criteria? Like,
Well,
are you,
I mean-
like, do you get harder for like wider lapels?
like
Is that like
right.
a big dick? Do you want smaller lapels? It's more
yeah,
classy.
if you were watching like Mad Men and you see a 3-piece suit, is that just like seeing like huge tits?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think it's sort. I think it's sort of like I think business suit is maybe like adjacent to teacher or nurse in that like I think it's guys who want women. It's just sort of embody some sort of professional position of authority over them.
Yes. So like an 80s video, she takes the glasses off.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. I do wonder though if they have their own like, are there perverts within the pervert community? Like the people who are really into those giant baggy 90s suits? Like, you're a pervert if you like that. I'm sorry. Even amongst the suit people, that's a terrible look.
They caught me trading tapes of the 1999 NBA draft. I'm getting sent to federal prison because I tried to download Shaquille O'Neal on draft day on public Wi-Fi.
Matt, I will get to your home state, but I would like to note that right next to Illinois, the state of Indiana, their most preferred fetish is just cum.
Lynching.
It's just cum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Simple people.
There's a couple of states that are like, okay, this is where the normal people still live. And it's
Ass.
Indiana with cum.
Yeah.
West Virginia is just big tits. It's like, that's right, West Virginia.
Yeah.
No need to get all fancy
Country
about
roads, take me home.
Yep.
To those big jugs are where I belong.
Just give me some dang Hooters, okay?
Mountain Mama, talk about that. Indiana is cum, but Matt, please account for Wisconsin's number one fetish: diapers.
So embarrassing. Diapers. Come on, people. You're making me look bad here. Diapers. And the thing is, if you look at any map of binge drinking in America, and more specifically public drinking in America, and this is the important part, it's Wisconsin. Wisconsin doesn't necessarily drink much more than the rest of this alcoholic country. The difference is that there is more public consumption of alcohol in Wisconsin. There's a disproportionate number of bars that people go to drink. Like New Hampshire has a similar level of binge drinking. I just saw
that.
But they all just stay in their their hovels and drink it alone, like the insane Puritans that they're descended from.
Yeah,
like
I just saw that.
The
it was
witch with a fucking fifth of Jameson. But in Wisconsin, you go out and drink. And if you're out at the bar all night and you break the seal, what do you got to do? Keep from having to go home. And that is slap out a diaper. If you got to go to Lambeau Field and you've had 15 beers before they open the gates, how are you going to watch the game without missing the action? Motherfucking diaper. So they just incorporated it into the sexual realm.
In the realm of the senses.
Indeed.
Yeah, no, actually, I just saw that about New Hampshire, that they have Wisconsin level drinking, but like they have
they
the
just
least
are all
amount
doing
of bars.
it alone.
They have the least amount of bars, per square mile than any state in America.
Yeah, it's all about how alcohol is incorporated into your culture, and Wisconsin really is the only place in the country I'm aware of that has a open, publicly affirmed culture of alcoholism, where alcoholism is a positive social trait to have and is reinforced that way. I think that's unique in that respect.
Is this the cultural legacy of the party Germans?
The party Germans, indeed.
Yeah.
The Catholic Southern Germans, the Bavarian types. They came in and they said, fuck all this noise. We just want to grill and get shit-faced. And they have done so for about 200 years now.
God bless them.
It's amazing. Yeah. There's just less public stigma on being drunk. There's less public stigma on drinking a lot every night. And so more people are willing to do it in front of others instead of trying to hide it from them, their families, their friends, and also from the people who call and ask how much they drink, which is why you have like these maps where nobody drinks in the Bible Belt. Okay, sure. They're lying.
I gotta say, I've talked to you about this before, Matt, but like since it's becoming sort of, I don't know, semi-Wisconsin adjacent, I really do appreciate the Wisconsin supper club culture, and I think that should be expanded. I think the other states really need to get onto this supper club lifestyle. It's a really Folks, a pleasant innovation of bringing together both bar and sort of casual dining and gambling.
Okay, so you saunter into the supper club. It will be covered in some sort of fur on the walls or wood paneling, but it will be darkly lit. This is very important. Nice leather banquette type tables.
Oh,
and a nice bar that you sit in for about 45 minutes to an hour before you are seated and have 2 or 3 cocktails. Not beers, cocktails, because you're going out. It's a night on the town. You don't drink beers for literally every other minute of the
Beer
day.
Don't get you drunk. Beer don't get you drunk. That's just hydration.
You know what you order? You order a brandy old fashioned, the state beverage of Wisconsin, which is an old fashioned, and you're like, what about what? Yes, that's right, with brandy. It's sweet as hell, and it is the reason that Wisconsin accounts for, this is true, 80% of America's brandy consumption, because they're the only bar. They're only bars in the country that are pouring brandy old fashions. You have two or
most
three
bars
of
in
those.
New York don't even stock brandy. Like,
yes, you go back into the incredibly dimly lit dining area where there's big tables and banquettes, and there's leather usually, and there's a salad bar with a bunch of different, like very heavy dressings, like, Russians in there. You're going to have like some sort of bacon-based vinaigrette, which one time I went into a supper club, and I was a kid, and I saw this like bubbling cauldron with bacon in it, and I thought it was soup. So I put it in my soup bowl, and I got to the table. I'm like, this is way too salty. And they're like, yeah, that is a bacon vinaigrette salad dressing.
That's it. That's insane. I mean, like, who would guess that?
And then you order maybe like a platter of fried shrimp, and then you get like a nice room temperature prime rib or something like that, or a big hunk of cod or something from the lake, maybe
that lake trout,
and it's delightful.
Yeah,
it's like dinner
really
theater
cool.
where the show experience is replaced by alcohol.
Yeah, just a few more highlights from the America, the state of fetish. California's number one fetish is something called dacryphilia. Dacrophilia. Which
you
I thought
fucking pretentious assholes.
It's a fear. It's a fetish that refers to tears. It's people who have a fetish for tears and crying.
Oh my god!
Yeah, that's
Pizzagate was right. I apologize to Jack Posobiec. There's no way to explain that other than literal Hollywood sickos, like Mason Verger getting the child tear to decorate his martini. Sickos.
Yeah,
destroy the state, please. Break us off at this fucking San Andreas Fault.
Virginia has interrogation.
This one,
This
one, Nova, baby. Raytheon Acres.
That freaked me out the most. I mean, the California one's like gross, but it's like, you can kind of see it coming, right? It's
right,
like,
very theatrical out there.
Right. The hottest thing to them is like a crying actress being like, please, I have to get this part. And then like a sort of like Mucinex shaped man doing something awful. But for like interrogation, I never even entertained that as a possibility.
Never occurred to me that was a whole category.
Yeah, they really take their work home.
Yeah,
indeed.
Yeah,
if you like what you do, you never work a day in your life. I think that's the way to treat enhanced interrogations.
Yeah, I like that. That theirs is interrogation and West Virginia's is big tits.
That's right, baby. That's what happens when you secede from the South because you don't have enough slaves to care.
Yeah.
You guys go ahead and worship the Death Star of Power. We'll be over here motorboating some big old titties in the hall.
Real quick, what's the Ohio?
Yeah, what's Ohio's?
Oh, Ohio.
What about OHO?
Oh, God. Ohio's is sort of similar to New York's. Ohio's is smoking.
Oh my god! Are they only polling like 8-year-olds? Like, what the fuck?
I mean, these are FetLife web users who are like, look, this is not a poll of like the state overall. This is a poll of people in the fetish community within each state. So it's not necessarily reflective of the broader character of the state. But what I will say is that I think the lesson of these state by state fetishes is that each state takes its work home with them.
Yes. I will try to interrogate the Ohio one psychologically. I think it's because Ohio, right across the river from Kentucky, where real tobacco land starts. So it is close, but not exactly that. So what do you fetishize? Things that are nearby but withheld a little bit of taboo.
How does one begin to covet? One covets. One sees
seek
every
out
day.
things to covet?
That's what I like about the West Virginia thing is like you're like presumably you're already around like-minded fetishists, and you're either like a gross kinky married couple or just like a greasy sex guy, and you're like, oh, I can get into the most insane things here, like things that I couldn't do with a normal partner. Big tits. You can't find tits anywhere else but the fetish community.
speaking of Kentucky, another normal state. Kentucky's number one fetish: panties.
Come on,
Panties.
guys.
That is so innocent.
Okay, yeah.
They're all
Okay.
freshman perverts over there. They just started out and being perverted.
And then I gotta say, like, easily the lamest state with like the lamest, dumbest fetish is it would have to be the state of Oregon for their fetish: pirates.
Oh God,
Oh,
that's
my
Portland for you, baby.
Pirates.
Yeah.
Portland.
Before it was the barter town of Trump's America, Portland was the epic bacon city. It was the place where people went to do epic internet stuff and embody the epic internet life.
Yeah, that's Philadelphia now, but how easy we forget.
Pennsylvania is bootlicking. It's they play gritty during the day, but they bootlick the fash at night. That's what they're doing over there in Philadelphia. So yeah, that's it for a breakdown of the America's fetishes by state.